Hello, this is Costrello and welcome to my Chunklocked Ironman. This account will be locked to Barbarian Village and I have to complete everything that is possible within this chunk until I can move on. Some of the objectives within my chunk include the following: obtaining a red cape, an iron mace, stronghold boots, a skull scepter and shade robes. I will also need to mine coal, carve a whacker canoe, cast high level alchemy, wear adamant armor, complete a beginner clue, and complete the available diary tasks within my chunk. To finish the chunk, I would like to defeat the quote zombie boss that resides on the last floor of the stronghold. I just think it would be a fitting end before I roll for the next chunk. I don't expect this to be really high quality Runescape content because I've never done it before, but I do hope you enjoy watching. So grab a beer, drink up, and let's get into this. Okay, so I'm just setting up the character now, and this is the name I'm going for, Barbarian. Sound familiar? Sweet. Right, let's set this character up. Okay, so this is what I've gone for. Looks like a bit of a barbarian, if you ask me. Decent beard. I've just finished the tutorial island and I'm going to make my way to Barbarian Village now. But on the way I'll just drop everything because I'm pretty sure with these Xtreme Chunklocked Ironman accounts, you shouldn't really start with everything that you got given from the tutorial island. You should just make use of everything that you actually get in the chunk. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm really looking forward to this though. It's completely different to anything I've done in the game before. But yeah, right, I'll come back to you when I get to Barbarian Village. Okay, so here I am taking my first steps into my chunk that I'm going to be locked into for God knows how long. Oh my god, I've not been here in a while really to grind. It's going to be fun. You can already see a bronze pickaxe there, so that's going to be useful for the coal and tin ores there, and pot. But first of all, I'm just going to come into here and show you something that's actually quite important for this chunk for me, and that's my food. I'm going to live off the cooked meat from here for a very long time. In actual fact, because I can't get a rod, I can't fish. And I think the only food that's going to be available to me that I can cook will be rat meat from the Stronghold of Security. And here's our boy Pexa. He's actually going to sell me my best in slot helmet, which will eventually be the adamant full helm. I'll obviously probably go from steel mithril to adamant. But yeah, that's probably like the highest level defense requirement I have from anything I can get in this chunk. There's not actually the best drops in the Stronghold of Security, but I will have to kill everything, acquire everything that they drop. So it's going to be interesting to see what drops I can get and how many. I know that Minotaurs drop a lot of iron arrows, so I'm going to be on those for a while farming clues. I might end up with thousands of iron arrows, which would be interesting to use for range training. But yeah, here you can see I've got some oak trees. So I'm going to be on those to get my wood cutting up, so I can actually make a whacker canoe here, because that's going to be one of the chunk requirements. Let me just show you. No, I can't. But yeah, there we go. Whacker canoe. 57 wood cutting I'm going to need, so I'm going to be on those oak trees with probably a bronze axe that I get from goblins. Though I'm pretty sure maybe the higher level mobs in the Stronghold Security give you a steel axe or something. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, so this is the probably the biggest grind for me on the chunk, and that's going to be pottery with crafting. So what's this all about? I'm going to need to kill imps that drop soft clay, buckets of water as well that I'll probably use on those to make them into clay, and then fire them up. And that, with pottery, I'm going to need to probably go as far as 25. What I'll do first of all is I'll be going into Stronghold of Security to do some combat training. There's goblins here, minotaurs here, but I'm going to start in this little block here, and there's like level 1 rats that I can basically kill like it's a chicken pen. Probably get my stats up to 5 or 10, and then we'll start farming goblins. So let's go do that. Here we are at the rat box. These aren't going to be a bad little spot to train the first few levels of my account. I think, yeah, they've got 2 hit points, so it's like a chicken pen, but they're rats, so let's call it the rat box. I forgot to record that, but I just got the troll random event that's given me 5 cut sapphires. Now obviously if they were unnoted and it wasn't cut, then I would probably have to cut those myself. But then it's made me think about the drop table, the red drop table that gives gems, and it is part of the chunk. So rather than crafting up to 25 for pot lids with clay, I'm thinking this is an extreme Chunklocked Ironman, and I might have to get the crafting level to go all the way up to diamonds, which is level 43 crafting. So can I get a chisel anywhere? Are they from imps? Let me look into that. Okay, so chisels don't drop from imps, but they do drop from baby implings. And that's making me think, if I get an XP random, do I put it into Hunter? Because if they spawn around here, I will have to barehand them and try and get a chisel so that I can start cutting gems from the red drop table. Damn, so I just thought to myself, there's that bronze pickaxe in Barbarian Village, and that might be better than fisting some rats. Yeah, I said it, I fisted some rats. So let's see. Stab. Okay, it could be useful for get my attack up. It is quite funny to me that after all the years that I've played RuneScape, that I'm just like trying to rethink everything I knew, and this is actually already starting to be a crazy experience, and I've only just started. Yeah, the pickaxe is looking a lot faster, so I'll be using that. And when I get to goblins, they drop a bronze scimitar and a bronze spear, so one of those is going to be a better option and might be my weapon for a long time. The only possible like decent upgrade, aside from the iron mace that barbarians drop, will be a mithril scimitar, which drops from the mystery box from the quiz random. And well, I'm just gonna have to hope that RNG is on my side with that. Okay, so after getting up some of my combat stats on those rats, 5 attack, 10 strength, 5 defense and 10 prayer, I've decided that it's time for me to go and get these coins from the Stronghold of Security and eventually get those boots at the end. I feel like even though they only offer a little bit of defensive bonus, it's just going to help me in the long run, and the coins I can just use to purchase the helmets from the shop in the Barbarian Village. So I'm going to start doing that now. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It just hit me for a 7 and then a 6 as I walked through the door. Oh my god, I didn't last being a hardcore Ironman for very long, did I? What an absolute joke. But hey, it's not to deter me, it's going to happen eventually. Well, here we are in Lumbridge again. I'll tell you what, that's really annoyed me though, because I've been through the Stronghold of Security on loads of accounts before and I've never died there. Can I put some defences up? Let's go. Right. No. Let's go. So it hits me for a 0 now. And then a 7. See? They hit. Wow. Give me that. Well, we've got our first beekeeper random event. Right, now's actually a good time to go. Run. No, go away. Oh my god. They're hungry. Yeah, just a 2. Right. There's my 10k. But I want my boots. Do I go for the rainbow boots? Or the fighter boots? And because I'm in the Barbarian Village, I think it's only right that I get the fighting ones. Hey, badass. Hey, now we're back on the surface. It's time to talk to our boy Pexa and grab myself a steel full helm. Okay, so managed to get a bronze spear as a drop from the goblins. Would much rather a bronze scimitar, but this will do for now. If we get that sim very soon. And there we have it. Just got the bronze scimitar from the goblins. That's 1 in 128 drop chance, so got it pretty quick, which I'm happy about. It's gonna help a lot. Hey, just got my first easy clue. Gonna check the step. Probably won't be anything to do. Yep. No, that's Falador chainmail shop. So we're gonna drop that until we get a Barbarian Village step. Hey, well there's a little moment for the series. I've got my first cape. Now, wonder how long I'm going to have this one for, because I can't get any dyes and I don't think I can get any other capes, so yeah, sweet. Red cape. Red cape season, right? Okay, so I've just got my first XP lamp and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm tempted to put it into Hunter because I'm not entirely sure if there's implings that roam the Barbarian Village. Obviously I really need one of the baby implings for a chisel, or I can put it into crafting and it would help me complete that grind. I'm just gonna have a think about it and decide what to do with it. There's an earth impling right there, and I think that might share a spawn with the baby implings. So you can see over there, there's a it's just gone out of view. There was a young impling spawn, so I've used the XP lamp on Hunter. That's assuming that there is baby implings that roam this area. Okay, so I've got a beginner clue, and the step is in Barbarian Village. You can see here 0 steps of this beginner clue, so it does have the chance to complete just on this step. Let's find out. No. Charlie the Tramp, can't do it. Oh well, next time. There we go. I've just got 20 defense, which means I now have all 20s in my melee combat stats. So it's time to go and replace my steel full helm with a mithril one. So here's our boy Pexa. Let's sell that and buy our new upgrade. Boom. How cool is that? Do want to do a few skills, so that would entail me farming some imps. I do need a tinderbox because I want to do some wood cutting, and it would give me an opportunity to look into how it's like collecting that clay for the crafting. I've found where the imps spawn for this chunk, and you'll see just now over here. So just under 30 seconds respawn time, but they'll spawn right here, and I just have to wait for them to come into this chunk. Well, there we have it. I've just got a tinderbox from the imps, so we're going to start doing some wood cutting. Actually what I'll do is I'll clear up my inventory. I don't need the sapphires. The grapes I can farm again. The javelins are useless to me. I'll keep my runes for obvious reasons. But yeah, that'll do. I think I'll ride with what I've got here and start the woodcutting grind. So I've got 15 woodcutting and 15 farm making, but there has been a huge oversight and I've got this all wrong, and so let's talk about that. So as you can see on the screen here is the chunk picker. Well, you've probably seen it on other Chunklocked Ironman series, and this is basically a guide for everything that you can do in said available chunks, and it doesn't include imps. That's because the imps don't actually spawn in Barbarian Village, and I showed that earlier. It actually spawns in the Edgefield chunk. And well, given that the rules state that you can't kill and acquire items from NPCs that aren't in the chunk, everything I mentioned previously is wrong. I won't be required to kill rats for meat to get 35 crafting for wine, since now I can't get the jug of water. I won't need to get a knife from imps for fletching, and the chef hat is null and void in the chunk east of here until I can acquire one from imp in available chunks. And of course, can't acquire clay for crafting. This was going to be the biggest grind, and now I've just set my sights on what I really need to do in this chunk. That's mostly going to be in the Stronghold of Security. So with all that being said, I'm sorry I got it all wrong, but let's just focus on what I really need to do now. We're going to start off by chopping an oak log, so that's done. And we're going to go back and do some combat. Now, it's not on the guide, but I do want to complete a beginner clue scroll within this chunk. It is possible just by doing the first step, and maybe I might be able to wing it with easy clue scrolls and juggling, but that's not on the guide, so I won't make it one of my tasks. It will just be something we'll attempt along the way. I'm going to kill some barbarians and try and acquire a iron mace. And just while we're here, I'm just going to say, with the fire making that I've acquired with the tinderbox I got from an imp, luckily that skill's not game changing in any way, so I won't let that worry me too much. Just going to look over that and carry on as we were. Okay, so just got the iron mace after, I'm not sure, how many kills was that? 45 barbarian kills, so that's not too bad. I think it was 1 in 128 drop chance, so quite quick in fairness. While farming for an iron axe from the high level barbarians, we just hit 30 defense. Actually, I'll just pop out here and talk to our boy Pexa again. We're in endgame now. Got a adamant full helm. There we go. So we'll be using this the rest of the chunk. And now I need to try and get my iron axe so I can do some more woodcutting. A beginner clue and an easy clue on the same chunk. Same drop. I can't do that. The easy, and I can't do that either. So that was pointless. Literally a kill after getting those clue scrolls, I get the iron axe that I was looking for. That's perfect. What I'll do now, I think I'm gonna finish off with 30 strength. Maybe go to the Minotaurs and try and get some more beginner clues. And then I think I'll be doing some woodcutting. Actually, also there is a diary task to do all the Stronghold of Security emotes, and so that's done. The final diary task I need to do is to teleport to the Stronghold of Security with the Skull Scepter, but that'll be a lot further down the line when I can kill Ankus. So I forgot to record this part, but I did actually get 50 woodcutting. Lederhosen and hat. Dropping that though, waste of inventory space. As you can see here, I've got 2 beginner clues. That's 1 step, and that's a 2nd step. So both on the same chunk. Let's go try this out. Okay, so we're at Hunding now. We're going to try these 2 clues. So there's the first one. Okay, don't have that step again, so I'll try this one. You can see, trying it, and okay, that's a little demoralizing, but we'll try again. 40 strength, 30 prayer, 40 attack, 40 hit points, 40 defense. Got a camo top, so that fills my chest slot. I've got a mystery box from the quiz random, so let's see. Oh my god, you're kidding me. This is insane. This mithril scimitar is literally my best in slot. I never thought I'd get this in this chunk. Wow, we're going to slay a lot of Minotaurs. 50 strength. And here we are again with 2 beginner clues with the same step on the same chunk. And that's the first one. Let's see, please. I don't want to do this again. I really don't want to do this again. Come on. Oh my god. My luck has changed so much. This took like thousands and thousands of Minotaurs. I just... oh, please. Please, please, please. Oh my god. Okay, it's not a staff or a bow that I wanted, but it's a beginner clue complete, and I'm happy about that. 40 prayer. I got some camo legs and they're okay, I guess. I'm 1 step close to completing that set at least. This brings us to the end of the first episode. I'm super happy that I managed to get a mithril scimitar and to complete a beginner clue. Through all that, I did kill over 8,000 Minotaurs, so I'll show on the screen here the loot tab and the bag from doing that. And finally, here's how my skills and total level looks after this first installment of my Xtreme Onechunk Barbarian Ironman. If you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed watching. Feel free to leave a comment with feedback, as it'd be much appreciated. Like I said, I've never done this before. Any subscriptions would be awesome. You'll be able to keep up to date for when episode 2 arrives. So that's it from me in this one. I'll see you next time. Peace. If you're still here, there's some creators on screen that also have One Chunk series that I really like to watch myself. So why not check them out?